There it is. There it is. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back. I know we took a couple of weeks off. We much needed on everyone's part, especially this past couple of days that we had off. I hope all of you had enjoyed your Friday off and enjoyed Christmas Eve and Christmas with your families. Hope all of your kids and everybody got what they wanted and deserved for the holidays. But yeah, we right back at it. Right back at it. It feels like it's been a week since the market's been open, so I'm happy that you guys are here with me to review what we got going on for this week. So I don't have a lot. I don't have too much on my plate. I only have a handful of tickers. But before anything, I just want to take a look at um, S&P futures, and then we'll do Nasdaq futures, and then we'll get started with. I have a quick, like very quick list. If you guys have any tickers that you want to take a look at, just start thinking about them so you can put them in the chat. We'll take a look. All right, so the one on my screen now is S&P 500 futures. We opened up. I mean, as you all know, we had a very strong week last week. We hit a low, big previous low. Found support at a previous resistance level on a weekly and bounced and had a super duper strong week. You know, they were talking about when is the Santa Claus rally coming? I think it's here. Now, one thing I will say though is we still haven't taken out. Oh, have we? Oh no, we haven't. Oh, have we? Oh, we have. Nice, nice. Well, we made an all new high to stay within the trend of keeping. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure that I'm doing this on SPY. Okay, so SPY has a little bit to catch up. The futures on the futures we made an all new high. I think it was earlier this month. But S&P, SPX or SPY hasn't made that hasn't caught up to it yet. So we still have a little bit of a fill from here where we're at 470, 470.65. We got about a $4 move, $3.5 move before we can capitulate and continue the trend going and take out the new high for every month, right? All 2021, we're making new highs. So we have a $3.5 move before we can do that. And we have 3 days. So let's see if we can do it. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah. So right now, futures are open. It opened up around here, around this time, right here, on this candle right here, and we've just been moving. We've been moving. Actually, hold on. Yeah, these are hourly candles. Okay, so we opened up over here. It looks like we're finding a previous support. It looks like we're testing this level over here on the hourly, just this area over here, trying to stay above this level. If we can hold this level, then we can probably take out this potential head and shoulders that I see right here. So this is just kind of a crucial level. Let me go ahead and draw a box around it so we can just see it. And then we're gonna have the once we take this out, potentially, we go back to the weekly here. We're gonna have this strong. This is just a strong level of resistance. I mean, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, 7 straight weeks, plus this big flush of just selling pressure at this level. So we really got to just trade sideways in this area. I would love to stay exactly where we are. I have these few levels here highlighted as crucial points. Really above 4,700 is where we need to be in order to try to, in this last week, escape this box. Otherwise, there's another flush coming. I don't care if SPY makes new highs. If it continues its run, I thought that was very impressive that it did that all year. I don't care if it does or doesn't. We're gonna make money regardless. But I just thought that it would be interesting if it did. So let's see. As I'm speaking now, it's coming down to test down below these levels. We needed to hold. Hold on, let me mute my wifey's phone. Give me a second. Sorry about that. All right, cool. So as long as it holds these levels, then we're good for, I think, a bullish day tomorrow. I wouldn't be mad if it came down to test this 4,700, which is just the top of these couple of weeks over here before it continued. I don't care if it breaks out and makes a new high this week. I don't expect it to. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Either way, it's cool. I don't care. All right, next one. NASDAQ QQQ futures. So I have the weekly. Let me go back to the daily on this side. I have the weekly on the left and the daily on the right. As you can see, we've been trading kind of sideways for a couple of weeks now. I wouldn't even say it was this far. I would probably say, from here, we've been trading pretty sideways these past 6 weeks. And so it did exactly what I thought it would do. Is it came back down on this flush to test these previous levels here. These previous resistance levels became support levels, and it tested it 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row, right? Now, obviously, this is very choppy, nasty action, but this kind of price action on the higher time frames, it makes for it's really healthy. It makes for a strong move. Basically, Qs are charging the batteries up. It looks like we're breaking this downtrend. So again, I expect this to even come down and like kind of test this, test this sideways a little bit. Maybe even come back down to the 50 just one more time, right? Just come down to the 50 one more time, meet the 50 around here, around this level, maybe on Thursday. Consolidate a little bit more and then work its way back up slowly, right? Let's do it slow. But yeah, I mean, I think it's super healthy. We're not going to get any real bullish energy until we get out of this box, until we start to break this pivot over here. That's when we're going to get real bullish. After 4 weeks of consolidation, I think that now is the time, to start thinking about that move. So, and on the other end, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of sell pressure. Let me turn this magnet off. 4 weeks of sell pressure. All this selling pressure here, right? That we have to contend with. So keep that in mind. Again, it looks like a nice bull flag on a weekly, right? Morning star reversal to continue the trend into like a consolidating kind of a bull flag over here. So it looks like it's bullish, but again, we don't know if it's ready this week, maybe not this week, maybe next, who knows? So just keep it in mind. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into another thing I see is a bullish cross on a MACD on the daily over here, and a first green candle for the past since the 22nd of November, the first green candle. So I think that's a good sign. I like seeing it like this because this shows lots of consolidation. This shows lots of batteries getting charged. All this over here. We even managed to make some nice green days, even in this nasty MACD. So the fact that it actually flipped to green on Thursday, that's super bullish. It's super strong. What's going on? Yeah, the fact that it flipped to bullish is super strong now. But let's see. I'm not married to it. Let's see what it does. All right. So the first one on my list is let's do it this way. All right. So let's talk about Roku. Roku has been getting killed, absolutely killed, for months. Ever since it made that high on the week of the 26th of July. It's just been getting just slammed, right? And I think that's just all these people taking profits, right? All these people here taking profits from this massive move up since the middle or the beginning of 2020, just massive move up. Right. Let's see. It went from 74. It quadrupled. It almost went 5x in price. It did go 5x in price. And so who's mad? Like if you have 400% in profit from just holding shares, wouldn't you take profit if you see a potential double top over here? Right. I'm sure Kramer and them were talking about double tops all over CNBC, and all these investors were like, all right, let me just take my profit, forcing it down. Right. So it's just been going down for months and months and months. Now, I have a thesis here somewhere. There it is. All right, so volatile couple of weeks. These past few weeks in Roku have been very volatile, based on this kind of doji here, flush, bounce, bunch of sellers, flush, open here, flushed, and then bounced, and now it put in an indecision candle last week. Very, very volatile. It's like, what do you want to do, right? If you look at it, if you kind of squint, then you can see kind of like a reversal pattern forming here. Based on the higher opens, right? But again, this can get killed any instant. So what I like about it is the MACD and TTM are strong. MACD remained bullish even through all this dump. It still remained bullish. Still a bunch of buyers, and it went from light green back to dark green. So that's great. RSI is stable right now. It's sitting at, what number is that? 48.51. So it's right in between the range. Some people use 30 and 70. I use 20 and 80. So it's right in the middle of the range. And the TTM was stable for these 2 days here, whatever days these were, the 17th and the 20th. So last Friday and last Monday. and it fired volatility to the upside, even though we've been super choppy on those days, up, down, right? Even though like on this day, we sold off a little bit, we came down, made a crazy low, and then buyers came and stepped in. They must have taken profits that day, and then they came again and stepped in. And then to me, this looks like a bull flag right here, right? From this low right here up, and then just kind of holding this area steady, holding support over here. I'm actually going to draw the channel on it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the flagpole right there. So a measured move puts us right at this. You know, if we measure it, I'm just gonna go ahead and draw it. This is if you guys have trading view, this is the lazy way to do it. You just draw the line, and then you can just move the line, right? Measured move gives us the 50-day moving average. I see. So this is the particular pivot that I have in mind. This pivot is going to be a strong pivot that we got to take out. Before that, we have the $250 price psychological level. So we got the psych level, we got the strong pivot with two strong days of buying sell pressure, and we have the 50-day moving average, which is going to always act as a resistance if you approach it from the bottom. Another thing I like about it is that the 9 and the 21 are consolidated on the daily. So let me edit this so it's a little bit cleaner. I don't think we need the cloud either. Okay. Yeah, the 9 and the 21 are consolidated. They're right next to each other. One more bullish day, the 9 crosses the 21, and then that's when the smaller squeezes start happening. So I like that a lot. I point out the bull flag, and I point out the targets. 250 is a first target. That's if this breaks, right? If it really needs to take out this high right here on Monday. If it takes out Monday's high and it breaks, then 250 is the first target. Second target is the pivot. Third target is the 50-day moving average. So that's it for Roku. Let's see. Next one is target, TGT. I think TGT is a leftover, so let's ignore that. There's nothing interesting here. There's nothing interesting here for me. Let me just zoom out just in case. Yeah, there's nothing here for me. TGT is a leftover. The only thing I can see that's interesting is this dragonfly on a weekly. I mean, it's below, it's 50, it's below the 200. So let's put it together. Let me just remove all this old drawings. Yeah, this is an old flag that I left on this. So this is probably from a couple weeks ago. But anyway, all right. So while we're here, I like the dragonfly. You know, it's not really like a supply. It's not really a demand zone. Like this is a demand zone over here. It looks like. I do like the dragonfly. If it does take it out, then it has to retest the bottom of this doji, and then it has to retest this level down here at 209. I think I saw something in the news about lumber prices are resuming their upside move. Oh, this is Target. I'm thinking about Home Depot. Whatever. All right, I'm all over the place, guys. Sorry, forgive me about that. While we're on the subject, we'll talk about Home Depot and the other one, Home Depot and Lowe's. Target. So I don't know. Target, I feel like Target has a run at the end of the year usually. Maybe it happened already, right? Like look at this move here from October to November. Big, massive move, right? And then flush. And the reason why I flushed, I don't know, it looks like they had good earnings. They already paid the dividend out. Like I don't really understand why it flushed. Whatever. All I'll say is I like this doji here. Like I hate that I'm forcing myself to talk about this because it wasn't on my list. I just left the little flag on it. But whatever. It had the doji here. It's underneath the 50, the 200, the 9, the 21. It's underneath all the major moving averages. It put in a higher high and a higher low, actually higher lows for the past week, and it put in a higher high. It took out the previous high of the start of the week. Just for a second, right? Even if it's just for that second. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it tries to work its way back up to the 9, which is at 225. I don't know. Let's keep our eyes on it. Now that it's on my thing, I'm gonna go ahead and flag it with a different color. I never use purple, so we use purple. Next one. Tesla. Tesla should always be on everybody's list all the time. Even if whether you played or not, you should always be watching Tesla. Tesla's a fun ticker to watch. It's an even more fun ticker to play. I know a bunch of people made money on Friday on this move. I know a bunch of people swung from, from Thursday. And I know a bunch of people swung from Wednesday into Thursday. So congrats, guys, everyone who ate off Tesla. Now, what I like about Tesla is very simple, very fundamental. It's forming a bullish engulfing on the weekly, right? It formed a bullish engulfing on the weekly. So it took out the highs and lows of the previous candle on a green week. The daily is above the daily price is above the 50, and it didn't like stall. It did it, it burst through it strong, right? There's a MACD bullish cross that's about to occur right now. Probably tomorrow, if it just opens. As soon as it opens, it'll probably open green over here. Let's see, the RSI is pointing up and is relatively stable, right? When Tesla runs, you can see how high it goes. Like it stays up to like 94, 90. That's wild, right? So, so whatever. So 54. What is it? Hold on, let me look at it. 56. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of upside here, right? TTM is working its way back to the zero line. So I think, and then I don't know what the only major catalyst that I think for Tesla is that Elon apparently should be done selling this week. He was rumored to have finished selling on Thursday or on Wednesday, but I think Bloomberg got it wrong, or they misreported it, allegedly. So Elon got a gift in the fact that he can sell his shares at a higher price now. So I don't know, maybe this comes down a couple of days, one day comes down to test this 50 and then works his way back up. I really, really like Tesla. It has some pivots to take out, right? This is the first pivot to take out right here, which it pretty much tested on Thursday rather. The 9 looks like it's going to squeeze through the 21, which we love. And then we got the top of this channel to test. So, so the first pivot here, the second area would be the top of the channel. I wouldn't be mad if it got rejected and came back down to this 50 just to ensure it's safe where it is. And yeah, then we got a little squeezing coming, hopefully, for Tesla. And Tesla is one of those stocks that likes to run into the end of the year. So definitely on my list. Did I miss anything? No, I got everything. All right, cool. So that's Tesla. Next one is Coinbase. I know you guys played Coinbase on Thursday, I believe. Excuse me. And if you guys, I'm getting towards the end of my list. So if you guys have anything that you want to take a look at, go ahead and put it in the chat. So yeah, I know you guys ate off Coinbase last week, so that's great. Very happy. Bullish engulfing on the weekly after some indecision. So we had a little bit of indecision in the doji here, and then we made a decision, went down, and then we bounced. And it looks like, yeah, the bullish engulfing. And it looks like this trend line is holding steady, right? This rising support line is holding steady. And this is a support line ever since the IPO low. So this is a good line to have on your chart. Pull out to the weekly and draw your line. Let's see. MACD on the daily just flipped to green on Thursday. So it just turned green on Thursday. And what I love about this MACD, this is like the most perfect MACD because you see how shallow these moves are, right? From the zero line. Look at how small these little volume MACD volume candles are. They're very small. And then they're just swinging bigger and bigger. Look at this massive swing up. And it's like, if you have kids, you take them to the playground, and you put them on the swing and you pull them way back. And the further back you let them go, the further they swing. So look at this massive pullback, and then look at this massive swing to the downside, which means we have another massive swing to the upside, right? Even the MACD and the signal line, like over here, they were kind of shallow and they were making small moves, but look at this massive move up here. If you guys use MACD and you watch it, you know that these lines also act as an RSI. And so look at how deep down below they are. They've only been down this low when it opened up, right? It's never been down this low before. And look how clean that bullish cross is on it. That's a clean cross that's about to occur. So now we have a green candle about to start its way up. We have a bullish cross about to occur, and we have both indicator lines underneath the zero line. So those indicator lines have to work their way back to zero. They're going to push those candles way up, right? Those candles are going to be probably maybe as high as these over here. So I'm looking forward to Coinbase to continue an upside move just based on this MACD. Let's see. RSI is healthy and pointing up. And what I like about this is that it same thing. It swung all the way to the top and then worked all the way to the bottom, triple tap the bottom, and now it's going to work. Hopefully, its way all the way back to the top. Same thing with the TTM. Very, very strong candles to the upside. Very, very strong candles swinging to the downside. Now it's working its way back up. The targets that I have in mind for this are this previous pivot over here at 280, let's call it, and then the pivot of last week, or the high of last week, which is around 290.19. So break 280, take 290, and then go for 300. Right? Those are the three levels I have for this. Let me go ahead and put 300 on this chart so that we do not miss it. 280, 290, 300. What's easier than that? Okay. Swinging ASML PayPal cues for January expiration, also Tesla, Nvidia. All right, I'm gonna take a look at a couple of those. Actually, let's take a look at some of them now. Break up my chart. Let's look at ASML. Bullish on not really bullish engulfing, but it did put in a higher high, which is very, very nice. I like the daily, how it's kind of been trading in this range. Actually, I see a pennant forming or a symmetrical triangle forming. Let's go ahead and do it here. This is a hanging man. I barely ever see these. Hanging man doji. Dead man right there, because then it just dies. So yeah, I see a symmetrical triangle forming. The moving averages are all converging. They're all dancing around with each other. That's very nice to see. You can see that the 50 acted as a resistance for it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it likes to mess with the 50 because it acted as resistance here, indecision here, pushed down, bunch of buyers, bought it back up, bounced off of it here. So if it can take out this 50, then I think it's going to work its way back up very easily. Maybe it just chops around in this triangle for a little bit more until that 200 day catches up to it, right? Where's my path tool? Here's my path tool. Maybe it does, I would love for it to, I think we all would love for it to do something like this. Let the 200 catch up to it, like over here somewhere, retest it, do one of these. I mean, obviously it's choppy as hell, but it would be nice for a case study. ASML looks good. Which one are you in, STB? Right now the price is at, it looks like 800 flat. Yeah, right around 801 it looks like. Which call are you in, or puts are you in? January 21, 900. Nice. Yeah, that thing looks like it looks like it makes those big ass moves. And then you got time. I mean, 900s, it's the top of the pennant. So you're looking for a breakout to occur the next week. You're looking for this to go and then break and then continue to go. But you can even take, 900, you could take it from here to hit, break of the 50 to the top of to where the resistance is. And that's like a 200% move right there. So good play. Hopefully it continues for you. PayPal. I'm not even going to bother looking at the daily. I'm not even going to bother looking at the daily. We have this weekly demand zone that we came back down to test, and it looks like it proved that it's real. So I like that a lot. STB is in the 200 call. This thing will probably be 200 in a week. Probably end of this week, it could see 200. Sorry, I dropped my headphones. Yeah, double bottom in a demand zone, forming a higher low. The reason why I didn't want to look at the daily is because I've been focused on that leap, that 300 call, which might end up being a 250 call for January 2023. I don't know what price is at now. What up, Cedro? I don't know what price is at now, but I'll check tomorrow. But I like this. I like it a lot. I like the fact that this demand zone is intact. I like the fact that it did retrace quite deeply from its move, from its strong move out of COVID lows, right? Big strong move, tested the top, came back to the 382, which is quite the quite the strong level. Now, I needed to take out these highs right here. I needed to come back above the 50% retracement and hold. And then that's, to me, that's going to be like, all right, cool. Now it's ready. On a daily, I do see the 9 looks like it wants to start working its way through the 21. If we can get 2-3 days of just strength, then the 9 will overtake the 21. And that'll be like a kind of a bullish trigger. I do see this small channel here. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's at the 50 now. It looks like it's actually above the 50 or right underneath the 50, but we'll see. We'll see what it does. I wouldn't be mad if it came back down to test this previous this support level here, daily support. I actually, now that I'm looking at it, I see one of these, which I don't know how to play. I don't really know how to play these. I would probably, that's why I'm like, let me just wait for it to break this, pretty much just get back to where it is over here, and I'll feel confident in it. But I mean, this could also be a massive bear flag. I just don't see any news or any catalyst as to why this would continue falling. I mean, they had great earnings. Unless it's just being manipulated so that people can buy it at a better price. Now, they do have earnings on February 3rd. So maybe that's a catalyst for a run up. And then, I mean, PayPal, their business hasn't slowed down. I think that the news about the lawsuit was the reason for the start of it going down. And so that lawsuit, the people who were entering the suit, they've already entered. The deadline's passed. The suit's still in effect. It probably won't settle for another probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, 10 months. I don't know. Any attorneys, you guys know better than I do. But that's already set in stone. The news for that's already priced in based on this nasty move. And so I don't see it being a bear flag. If it is a bear flag, then it can easily come back to test this level here at 168. And if it breaks that level, then it can come back to like this area over here. There's like there's like a weird demand zone over here. An ugly looking weekly demand zone down there. Right. So that'll be your downside target if it is a bear flag and it breaks to the downside. I mean, it can really bleed, right? It can really bleed. But I think it's over with. I think that it's trading at what, not 193 right now. What was the closing price? 18, no, hold on. Close 192.01. So 192, and with strong earnings, there's no reason why this can't go up to 250 in one day, right? You know how these things do. This is like an over exaggeration. This 6-week move, 7-week move, in my opinion. But again, we'll see. Like, just take it at the break. If it breaks, take it. If it doesn't break, if it continues to chop around, then if you want, you can play in the chop. I would take it at the breaks personally. But I'm looking for calls. I'm looking for the 250 and the 300 for 2023. Those are on my watch list. Those will be the ones that I'm playing once it works its way back up. STB's in a 200 call for January 21st. It could see that tomorrow if it wanted to. All right, let's see. What else you got? Qs, we looked at the Qs. I think the Qs are set to run. And then let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's on my super duper strength. Load it while you can, just keep adding it. Every week that you get it, whenever you get paid, just add as much of it as you can afford, and continue to add it. I wrote a thesis on it that I provided to a few of my homies who know nothing about the market. They're like, yo, what can I buy and come back to in 10 years? Like, close my app and come back to in 10 years. I told them NVIDIA's like, I think number 2 on my list, 2 or 3. Along with Apple, Tesla, what were the others? I don't know what the other ones are. All right, Nvidia looks good. I mean, I see a bull flag on a weekly. The only thing that would worry me with Nvidia is the potential head and shoulders that I see forming. I'll take a look at CCL in a second, and I think that's a great play. CCL 20 put, depending on where it is, but yeah, I mean, this looks like it already did the head and shoulders and fell and found support at the 50-day. It's just been riding this 50-day. It bounced off of it, and now it's back at the 21. It's above the 21. So Nvidia looks great. I mean, it looks like it's ready to go, right? I mean, maybe another retest of the 50, or maybe just a consolidation along the 20 while the 9 catches up. With Nvidia, you just, if you can afford it, put time on it. Put like a week, put like not a week, sorry, put a month or two on it. And you'll catch a move, you'll definitely get a good price. I mean, unless you get killed by one of these candles, you'll definitely catch a good price. MACD is about to flip it's going back to zero. It can flip in a couple of days. RSI super stable. It's basically flat. And the TTM is working its way back up. So that's nice. It's pleasant. And yeah, I mean, the 21 is flat. The 9 is about to cross it to the upside. The 50 is down here pointing straight up, 200 pointing straight up. I mean, what else can you say about it? Just either catch it on the right week or just buy enough time that you don't got to worry about it. CCL 20 put. Let's see. Now, this is a really strong move. 1, 2, 3 days, 3 out of the 4 days of last week made a very, very strong move. Big candle making new highs. Now, let's see. The reason why I like the put side is because the reason why I think that Tyra, that the 20 put might be a good idea is for a retest of this 50. And the reason why, before I even looked at it, I said that it might be a good idea is because I saw news about Royal Caribbean. They had their first, I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, I don't know. They had somebody who their first positive Omicron on one of the cruises. So I think that there's going to be some news either on behalf of the World Health Organization or whatever the governing board is for these cruise lines, or the cruise lines themselves, that they're going to make some sort of regulation that investors are going to just have a just terrible reaction to. I just got to check when that news came out. I think it came out, it looks like, I feel like it came out on Thursday in the morning, which caused some of the sell-off. But let me look into it a little bit more. This is a 30-minute chart. And this is market open. I mean, it held. It made this move and then it just kind of held. It held where it was. It's not like it wasn't a drastic drop. It was like it stayed within the same dollar. It went from 21.50 down 21 to 21, right? So if you're expecting it to come and break out of this and kind of retest these levels over here, if you expected to test those levels over there, then I think 21 is a good 20 put is good. I like the put side. I just wouldn't be in a rush to jump into it unless you're already in it. If you're in it, then manage it. Maybe you find a better price. Maybe you want to add some time or roll it or whatever the case is. The news will affect it. The news will tell you where to go. Now, these things have been in a chokehold by news for months and months and months. This is a weekly chart. It hasn't been able to regain its levels from pre-COVID, although it's made some big moves. I actually see this massive head and shoulders brewing over here. It kind of happened. It broke the neckline, and actually looks like it's retesting the neckline now. All right, here's the neckline. There's a neckline, right? It's for 1231. You held it from last week. Okay. So, I mean, listen, I think there's a catalyst in the works for it to go ahead and fall and break that. Let me draw this the right way. Let me draw it so that it matches up with. Boom. Right. So I had the head and shoulders. It broke through the neckline, which was right here, and now it's coming back up to retest that neckline. So now on that retest, it might continue the downside move. Just because it put in a green week doesn't mean it's gonna continue to move, right? It might just bounce and it might come back, test it, and then put in a downside move, right? Just like on the upside, when you take those breaks to the upside, you come back to retest the previous resistance, and then you know this could be a future, this could be a downside support, aka a resistance, right? So the 20 put, maybe it comes down to back down to test this 50. Who knows? But that's enough on CCL. Actually, let me look at RCL over here. RCL, super consolidated, pretty much the same, exact same move. The head and shoulders is less pronounced. But about the same thing. Really, we gotta wait for the news before we can take a play on it. And if that's a T Money call, then he probably already, he's the one that creates the news. So that's a T Money call, then you're good. Don't even worry about it. Let's see. Coinbase, we talked about XPEV. Yeah, good stuff. Are you talking about RCL is cheap? It's only 400. I don't know. Oh, 40. Oh, PayPal. Oh, you're talking about the 250 or oh, okay, the 200 for January? Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's gonna hit. It's priced that way because it's gonna hit it. Like, there's no reason why I won't hit it in 3 weeks or 4 weeks rather. There's no reason, right? So it's already priced in. You're gonna get the move. You probably make a good. I would expect 30, 40, 50% on that within the next couple of days. Yeah, PayPal's great. It's on its way. I don't know if it's ready, if it's fully ready, but it's gonna definitely come back with a vengeance. All right, we did Coinbase. Let's talk about XPEV. So XPEV, is this my daily and that my weekly? Yeah, okay, cool. So XPEV bounced off the 200 day on Monday, and it put in some buyers came in, stepped in on the 200 day, and it bounced, right? 3 days of solid move. It's above the 9, above the 21. It's currently fighting the 50 day. The 50 day is my red line. It's currently fighting the 50. It had a bad earnings, and it continued to move up anyway. So like, who cares? People took profit over here. I'm sure there was some China news that kind of took it down with it. But it's fighting the 50 right now. The MACD is curling up on a daily. It's set to probably put in maybe one tiny red candle, like one of these candles, or a green candle, depending on what it does with the 50 tomorrow. The RSI super stable, is flat. It's chilling, waiting for a move, waiting for a decision. TTM is working its way back up to 0. So to me, it looks bullish, but it needs to take out that 50. It needs to take out that 50, or it needs to open up above it and test it and then work its way up from there. So I like XPEV. I don't got much else to say about it. MU. MU is one of my favorite ones, one of my favorite setups for this week. I know you guys played MU last week as well, so congrats to everybody who played it. MU has a demand zone down here, blew out of it, did something over here with a kind of similar demand zone. Maybe this belongs up there. I don't know. But it broke out of that demand zone, chopped up, found the high, and then created this massive falling wedge on a weekly. This is a weekly falling wedge. And then it fell right into this demand zone right here, and it's just been running ever since. The past, previous to last week, the previous 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it was just kind of choppy, up and down, kind of price action right here. And it finally broke out of it on Tuesday, and kind of put in like an indecision candle here on Wednesday, and then continue to break out on Thursday. Now, if you look at this, I'm gonna do something here for anyone who's not an art major. If you look at where this closed and where this opened, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a candle, an imaginary candle. It's not gonna let me. It's gonna stick to the candle, isn't it? Whatever. All right, we're gonna do it like this, right? You got this imaginary candle from down here, from the close down here, breaking above all this previous resistance, all this resistance over here, breaking up above it, right? And then you got this kind of very small candle indecisive candle. And let's go ahead and put the volume study on it. I just want to make sure. Well, most of the volume, well, there it is. Boom. So massive move on this day on a massive gap, right? And then a small, very small candle that's very undecided. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit darker for you. Right? Massive move followed by an indecisive day where it kind of very low volume, especially way lower than the previous candle. And it kind of just hung around the top. This is a 3-bar play. Right? I had to draw the candle for you, but this is a 3-bar play. So I expect a continuation. However, I think maybe T might have seen this on the, he might have seen this on a daily or something. I expect a continuation. Let's go into the smaller time frames. I just want to see what it looks like on a day. Yeah, I mean, it made the highs. What is it, 30-minute? It made a high, and then it kind of sold off for the last hour and a half. Rather, the last hour and a half, it started to sell off and then worked its way back up. So, yeah, I mean, it's not like it put the high in and just chilled down here for the rest of the day. It was running all day, right? So that's a very convicted move. These sellers here saw this doji and said, all right, it's my time. My time here is done, right? They took their money so they can go buy their kids some Christmas gifts last minute. Because they've been stuck on stock charts all day and they don't know what the hell. They forgot what day it was. So so yeah, I like this a lot. I mean, I like for it to continue. I would like to see it consolidate a little bit for the first half of the day before it starts to test these previous levels here. I got one at 95.30, next one at 96.82. If it takes out the 96.82, there's no reason why I can't see 100, right? So for some technical analysis, let me go ahead and switch this back. And then I just have 2 quick ones and then we'll be done for the night. Oh yeah, is it this one? Yeah. So MACD flipped green on Thursday. Actually, it was green on Wednesday and it continued as green on Thursday. The TTM remained green. So I think actually, yeah, I was gonna say it looked like it came down. It tried some negative, and then it said nah, and it just worked its way back up. RSI is pretty hot right now. So that's that. The golden cross is coming soon if there's a continuation. So 2 or 3 more days of just it being up here, even if it consolidates underneath these 2 lines or within these 2 lines, we're gonna get a golden cross where the 50 is gonna cross over the 200. You know, that's a very big buy trigger, buy signal trigger for many people. We did discuss Tesla, but I'll go back to it for you, just in case there's anything else that I missed. So we have that golden cross coming soon. There's no reason for chips to stop. I mean, they keep talking about the damn supply chain, and MU, TSM, NVIDIA. Those are my favorite ones. MU's one of my favorites because I was playing it since it was like down here. So I love MU. There's no reason not to like it. Let's see. Only reason it can have a red day is Cedro. Tesla was like the second and third one that we talked about. Only reason it can have a red day is because it has a dividend payout scheduled on Friday. The last time that it had a dividend payout was in September, and it gapped up and put in like a kind of a nothing day, but then it worked its way down. It continued its way down after that. It was already kind of in a downtrend, right? So maybe we get like another one of these kind of doji days on Friday on dividend payout. So just keep that in mind. Maybe you'll get a good, if you can play it from now till Friday if you want, and then if you're looking for a nice day to enter, take the red day of Friday and buy some calls if you think it's going to continue. If you guys know me, I like to buy on red and sell on green. So let's see what else. Targeting previous weekly highs in 95.30, 96.88. Break of that can get 100, right? Very simple. The last 2 that I have that I want to briefly discuss, I don't see much on it now, but I want to keep it on our watch list. DOCU. Now, obviously, we all know this sold off like crazy based on earnings. And I mean, this candle is mad dramatic, fucking dramatic candle. And we know that's just a gap, right? So DOCU, after the sell-off, fell off resistance, tried again, fell off resistance, and now it's consolidating right at that resistance. This is a JCat triple top right here. Now, if you guys listen to Sam doesn't like to play stocks like 6 weeks after earnings. He doesn't like to touch them. But if this gets into the gap fill, there's no reason why you wouldn't want to touch it, right? And then you got a nice technical setup we're forming higher lows, right? Actually, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this. Right now, sorry guys. Yeah, we have higher lows, and it's not even, I mean, it's like way off trend. Like we have just higher low, like super higher lows getting tighter and tighter, closer to this line. So, you know, kind of a cup and handle forming right into a gap. I just think it's very nice. Let's look at, just turn these on real quick, see what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, the price is above the 9 moving average. That 21 can act as a magnet. I like the setup. I mean, I'm not in love with it because it's good. This could also be a massive bear flag. We have to take out this high in order for me to be truly confident, but you can play it from the break of this line up to that high if you want. That's like, let's see, from here it's 156 up to 163. That's a $7 move. $7 will pay you a lot of money in options, right? So I think it's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if it tries a gap fill this week. So that's what I like about it. RIOT is the last one that I want to look at. Let's see. This is an old analysis. Why do I want to look at RIOT? Hold on, let me just set this up so we can see a little bit more clearly. These are EMAs. The 9 and 21 are EMAs, and then everything else is the SMA. Oh, that's why. Because RIOT's back above the 9. It broke through the 9 with some strength. The MACD looks like it's about to cross to the upside. Also, we're about to get a bullish cross, and we're about to get a bullish cross at the bottom of the whole chart, right? At the bottom, way down here, like way down here, which is even lower than this swing. So that's very nice. RSI is technically somewhat oversold, and it's pointing straight up. And the TTM, all the momentum indicators say yes, right? All momentum is saying yes. Now, another thing I like about this is it's sitting at a previous level of support. Actually, this is kind of a demand zone over here. All right, kind of a demand zone. And so it tested it here and it's testing it again here now. I would take it at so the reason why it's not green over here is, and the reason why it's red is because I needed to take out these pivots, especially that the green day pivot, this day right here. I needed to take out that pivot. Let's see, Bitcoin flagging on the hourly right now. By morning can see 51.7K, which would equal the right pump. So there it is. That's the reason why I don't love it, because it's so tied to Bitcoin, and right now Bitcoin's getting killed. But thanks to Jay Haas, Bitcoin is, hold on, BTC USD. Yeah, Bitcoin is flagging right now. It bounced off the 200, flagging right now on a daily, getting tighter and tighter. It looks like. I mean, measure move. Let's see what the measure move gives us. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like it's ready. Let's see, measure move gives us. It puts us. I mean, the first competitor is going to be this 50 at 54. What is that? 54.522. What'd you say? 51.7. Yeah, I mean 51.7 is like one of these levels of resistance where this kind of sell pressure is at right now. So we have a nice measure move. We have like kind of a cup and handle. Let's see. Yeah, we have kind of a cup and handle forming here. Right here's a cup, and then there's a handle. Breakout, get above these previous levels, and then we can work our way to this 50, and then from there we can finish our measure move at what, 50? Let's call it 56,000. Yeah, the one thing I don't understand about Bitcoin is, like, when does the daily start? At midnight, right? Like the shit trades all the time, so the daily starts when at midnight. So tonight, in 3 hours, is when we're gonna get a new candle. And then we'll see what it does. So what this is, let me just double check that. This is today. This is like right now's candle. Let's see. Yeah. And then let me see when the daily, on the 4 hour. 2 more hours. It's weird because like the 4 hour closes in 2 hours, right? This candle closes in 2 hours. This 200 is acting as resistance on a 4 hour, which is interesting, right? I don't know when the shit, like when does it close and when does it open? Somebody fucking ping me when the shit opens, a new candle on the daily. I don't know when it opens. It looks like it's gonna open at like 11 o'clock. Anyway, so that because of this setup, I think Riot is poised to move. That kind of changes this from red to green. I'm definitely gonna watch it tomorrow. That's gonna go with purple. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not in any Riot calls. I have shares, so I'm vested in their success always. But the setup is nice. Now, Cedro, so if you don't want to go back to it, I'm just gonna talk about it real quick. Bullish engulfing on a weekly on Tesla, out of this flag, monster move. We were playing it since like, I mean, you guys were playing it since forever. You guys played it all in this chop. I started playing it around here when I saw that it was breaking this previous pivot here. And I was just flagging, right, out of this monster move, flagging strength. And now, once we get the news that Elon's done selling, which we'll get it like a day or two after it's done, right? Probably maybe on Thursday he'll be done. Or maybe he'll be done tomorrow. Maybe he'll be done at market open. Who knows? But yeah, I see that I see the bullish engulfing headed towards the top of the channel. It needs to take out this previous pivot here, and the top of this channel are the next two biggest areas, right? That it needs to take out. Take this pivot out, take the top of the channel out, and then you can start seeing the continuation of the move. The daily is above the 50 with some strength. It didn't even like it. I think it like hopped over it. Like it didn't even care that there was a 50 there. And MACD bullish cross about to occur. The MACD and signal line are underneath the 0 line, which we love. Again, a lot of consolidation underneath on the bear side, and so we're gonna get an equal size move on the upside. Hopefully, something like this. It just looks super bullish, super bullish to me. As long as it takes out that pivot and it takes out this downtrend, this falling resistance line here. There's no reason why I won't continue, but you can even eat from the break of this to the top of this resistance line and call it a day. Chill, wait for it to do whatever it does, and then after it starts making its move, then you jump back in. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for me. I mean, I gotta my dinner came late, so I'm gonna have a super late dinner, and I'm gonna stare at these Bitcoin damn candles to see what time they open up at, because I never understood it. Like I don't fucking get it. I just buy the shit. I don't look at it. I just buy it. Yeah. And the setup is nice because like the last time that these moving averages were, you see how they're kind of converging, they're getting ready to converge over here. The last time that they were all tied up together, it ran for days and days and days on end. So I like that a lot. Yeah, look at that. I mean, the last time they were all together, it did this. It did this. And the 200 caught up to it. It got intertwined with it, just like it did back here. And so, yeah, I mean, maybe it's round two. Maybe it's round two. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. You smell that? It smells like money. All right, but that's it for me, guys. If you guys have any requests, any charts that you want to look at, go ahead and post them in a trade floor, post them in Watchlist. And that's it for me, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for joining me. I know that we slacked on this a couple of weeks, but we are back. We are back. So enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your time with your family tonight. Get some sleep, and we'll be up fresh and early for the market tomorrow. Peace, guys. Thank you.